Talon's earliest memories are the darkness of Noxus's underground passages and the reassuring steel of his blade. He remembers no family, warmth, or kindness. Instead, the clink of stolen gold and the security of a wall at his back is the one thing he has ever craved. Kept alive only by his quick wits and thievery, Talon scraped out a living in the undergrounds of Noxus. His master of the blade quickly marked him as a threat, and Noxian guilds sent assassins to him with a demand: join their ranks or be killed. He left the bodies of his pursuers dumped in Noxus's moat as his response. The assassination attempts grew increasingly frequent, until one man met Talon blade for blade in a match of strength. To his surprise, Talon was disarmed and facing down his executioner's sword when the assassin revealed himself to be General Couteau, Katarina's father. The general offered Talon the choice between death at his hand or life as an agent of the Noxian High Command. Talon chose life, on the condition that his service was to Couteau alone, for the only type of orders he could respect were the ones he could not defeat, and he was the only person who had bested him in single combat. Talon remained in the shadows, carrying out secret missions on Couteau's orders that took him from the frigid lands of the Freljord to the inner sanctums of Demacia itself. General Couteau mysteriously disappeared. No one knows what happened. Talon considered claiming his freedom now that he was gone, but he had gained immense respect for Couteau after years in his service. He became obsessed with tracking down the general's whereabouts and scours the land in search of those responsible for Couteau's disappearance. Now as for Katarina, from childhood, Katarina displayed a natural gift for combat. As the daughter of a well-respected Noxian general, many paths were open to her, but she rejected them all for the path of the blade. She was intensively trained by the finest assassins in Noxus, her father the best among them. It was not long before Katarina demanded her first assignment. The task they gave her was simple: assassinate a low-ranking Demacian officer. As she set to her work infiltrating the enemy camp, Katarina discovered an opportunity too good to pass by: the arrival of a Demacian general. Stalking him to his tent, she quietly dispatched his guard and slit his throat. Pleased with her impressive kill, she disappeared into the night. Katarina's smile faded the next day, when her original objective, the Demacian officer, led his forces to ambush unprepared Noxian soldiers. Though the Noxian fought valiantly, they suffered heavy casualties. Furious at her mistake, Katarina set off to complete her original task and assassinate the low-rank Demacian officer. Returning to the camp, she spied her now heavily guarded target and realized a stealthy kill was no longer possible. Drawing her blades, Katarina swore the officer would die, no matter the cost. She leapt into battle, unleashing a whirlwind of steel. One by one, blades flashed and guards fell, each strike bringing one step closer to the officer. A final thrown dagger restored her honor. Bloody and bruised, Katarina barely escaped the Demacian forces and returned to Noxus a changed woman. The scar she earned that night now serves as a constant reminder that you must never let your passion interfere with your duty. After Katarina returned to Noxus, she noticed that her father has mysteriously disappeared. The Noxian general was not one to wander off without letting his daughter know of his whereabouts, so she became intensively worried as to what happened. Talon was already on the search for her father, whom he had grown to respect. He believed it was the work of the Blood Rose Order. Swain, Jericho, and LeBlanc must have been behind this, he said. There's no solid proof, but who else would want to rid one of Noxus's greatest assassins to claim his rightful place and take order of Noxus? Swain was incredibly clever with politics and strategy, and knew when to make his decisions. Katarina knew this too well. However, Talon and Katarina have yet to confront him and LeBlanc. What were their reasons? Why would they want to take out one of Noxus's greatest generals, who was a loyal servant of House Noxus? House Couteau were loyal bannermen to the Noxus, and taking a bite at them could be seen as a foolish mistake. But it can also be seen from a different perspective. Swain wanted control over Noxus, and he believed that if anyone were to get in his way, it would be the greatest assassin in Noxus, General Couteau. Katarina tried to remain hopeful that her father is still alive. Somewhere out there, wherever he is in this vast and open world of Valoran, the speculation against Swain may not even be true, but it was Talon's best lead. Katarina and Talon returned to Noxus after a long search all across the vast world of Valoran. They went all the way through the Shuriman sands to the Freljordian ice. "We will find him," says Talon. "He was the only thing that kept me going in this world. The one father that truly understood his daughter better than anyone else. If I find whoever did this, I'll have his head thrown into the Eastern Sea," responded Katarina. "We have to deal with the Demacians as well. The fools have started requesting aid from the bannermen. This war is far from over," said Talon. "Every time we deal with an enemy, we create two more," responded Katarina. "Well, I suppose it will go on for quite a while then, sister. Forgive me. I shouldn't be referring to the great daughter of the honorable and respected General Couteau in this manner," said Talon. Katarina gave a soft smile. "And the next time you do, I'll throw you back in that little underground passage myself." To which Talon responds, "You'd finding it surprisingly comfortable until your father ruined my way of life. My father saved your sorry ass from living the rest of your life in some dump." "That he did, and ever since, never looked back. Your father is one of the greatest men I've ever met, and I'm glad that has also led me to meet you. Have you been drinking Noxian ale? I had not realized you were a man with charisma." "Always have been. We should head to sleep now. We'll continue looking for your father. We will find them. I promise, Katarina." A surprisingly fantastic storyline, to which we don't even still know to this day what happened to General Couteau. There's actually no evidence that it was Swain Jericho that was behind this and the Order of the Blood Rose, which is the order of where LeBlanc comes from. We do not have this information until a new champion is released, and it will further the story of the Couteau family. Of course, they were loyal bannermen to the Noxians, but ever since Katarina understood that her father was gone, she became less and less loyal to the Noxians and more towards Couteau. Like, yes, they were bannermen to the Noxians, but she felt like she needs to find her father first. That's what matters first. So that's her task right now with Talon, and they're going to be working on that. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed the lore of Katarina and Talon. I find it really an awesome story. I really like their characters, and I really like, it's nice to understand what your champion's been through behind the scenes, because in League of Legends you just fight and push, so it's nice to like have this understanding. I will see y'all later. Thank y'all so much for watching, and I'll see y'all on the Rift. Peace out.